Alright, Iron Bill back again with another video. I'm doing a lot of missions, a lot of story. I'm still on my first character. I'm glad I started on my Warlock, but oh man, I've not even gotten a smidgen of this unlocked yet. And I'm just beginning to break into the quests. Um, Currently, I think my level is at 1210. I'm at the point now where the quick progression is over, and now it's going to be a bit more grindy to get it up. Although I did raise 10 levels tonight, I think I did. Something like that in a couple of hours of play. And you can do that a few different ways. Here on Europa, there is this... if you ever played Titanfall, you know the mechs. And there are some Titanfall-like mechs that roam the area, and killing one of those, of course, drops a chest, which should drop a legendary. That should be at or above your power. That's something you can do. And I've done a few of them. But mainly I've just been doing the missions. And watch this, you know, I think I'm dead here. And I really should have been dead. And managed to get over to that lip there, and it was just enough. And anyone from Destiny 1 realizes just how awful that would have been in Destiny 1 because we didn't have clamber back then. But I digress. By the way, there's a legendary just dropped on the ground there. Once you get around 1200 level, world stuff like this isn't too difficult anymore. You can still die to stuff, and I played some missions tonight. One that I played as I got towards the end, I had the boss, and it was kind of a tanky boss. And of course, I played solo, so it really took a long time. And I had a sword equipped for a heavy, which was not what I needed, because he could put me in stasis and stop me dead in my tracks. Long story short, I had him killed, and then I jumped off the ledge and couldn't get back up. Didn't get out of it like that one. So, yeah, but that having been said, it's easy to stay alive if you just play cautiously. And one of the things I am concerned about with a gun like this, you know, I can stand off and just fire all day long. And if the door doesn't shut behind me, I'm pretty much free to come and go as I need to. And under those circumstances, you really shouldn't die. I did do some strikes tonight. Oh, I did the Omnigul strike, and I did record that. Almost played that in the background, just for old time's sake. And it played pretty much like the old Omnigul strike until the very end. And then the room layout in the boss room was... broken up a bit, which was a good thing because there was always a fishbowl-like quality in the final year of Omnigul when they closed the doors behind you and you couldn't move in and out. And there was a lot going on. I'm thinking at the time, oh boy, here we go. You know, how bad is this going to be at the end? And it truthfully wasn't bad. Now, as a Master Nightfall, I don't know, man. That could be a mess because it is awfully confined even still. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, but it could get pretty awful on a higher level Nightfall. Other things. I'm to the place where I'm beginning to pick pieces of armor that I want to keep and use. And I'm not masterworking them yet, but I'm just kind of getting the pieces in place where when I do decide to bite the bullet, I will. In terms of my exotic quests, I'll probably wait till the weekend to finish those off. I doubt I get any other characters through the campaign this week. I think I've finally completed the campaign tonight. It's Thursday. And, you know, with work the way it is, I don't know if I'll have time to dig into that too much. I still haven't played any PvP, but I have watched some content creators on this, and already the cries of, oh boy, this stasis thing just might be crazy, have started, and it's kind of what I figured. You know, the way maps are set up, there are too many ways, especially when you have 12 players doing it, for stasis to be a completely upending sort of event. And I've got a feeling it's going to behave a lot like Mayhem, in that, you know, it's just going to reach a certain level of chaos where there's just going to be too much going on. It's going to be sensory overload. I expect that'll get tuned, but we'll see. However, interesting thing in the chat, and I don't know if you caught it, somebody was going on about how No Time to Explain needed a nerf. And my comment was, and I still believe this, you know, we're 2 days into this, maybe 3 days into this, and people are already yelling nerf. I mean, I know I kind of just did about the stasis thing, but that wasn't too hard to see coming. But you know, the weapon stuff, let's let that sort out. Let's just see what happens before we start screaming for weapons nerfs, because I don't, you know, the ability thing. I knew since it was new and it was just introduced that it was probably going to get out of hand just because of the way the maps are concerned. In PvE, it's really no problem at all, but that's open world. But I can't. The weapons I've used, and I've used No Time to Explain a bunch. It's good, but I wouldn't. I don't. It's not even my favorite weapon at this point in time. I just wanted to use it so that I would have a good feel for it and have a, you know, enough information for a good opinion. How's that? Bosses so far. They've got a kind of a samey feel, but they always do. You know, they're big bullet sponges that can make it difficult for you to close, especially if they have stasis ability. However, swords are still very, very good against bosses. And if I could close the gap on that guy at my power level, I would probably have no problem taking him down so long as he didn't stomp. When you have somebody else drawing his fire and you can slip in behind him, he's blind. You can stand right behind him and just swirl them down with a sword. So two-man fire team, these things after a certain level present no problem at all. Blind to the rear. All right, we are 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minutes in. Yeah, this is the part where you've got to be careful. Once they start this stuff up, they can kill you pretty quick, especially if you're low light level. I gambled that I was going to be able to finish him off. There's not a whole lot more I can add right now. I really do need to get in and play PvP just to experience it. And, you know, I'm not really missing it per se. I am afraid, though, that I'm missing out on some drops that I could be getting. Currently, my drops are anywhere from 1203 to 1206, kind of the range. I've still got pinnacles to do on this character. And, of course, the exotic quests. I think I'll do the exotic quests first, then I'll do the pinnacles, and then I'll look at my season, see what I've won award-wise, and, you know, maybe even draw some armor from there if it'll take me out. But, you know, I could be a lot more organized about this and a lot more efficient, and I suppose if I really want to spoil this for myself, I could get in and view a lot of videos on how to progress. But I'll be honest with you, I've tried to avoid that. I really don't want to tank that experience because I'm enjoying going into this really virtually blind and just enjoying it as it comes. And if it takes me longer to get it done, all the better. You know, I just don't have any reason to hurry. I'm not going to worry about being a day one raider. In fact, I doubt I raid at all this season. Given the work schedule that I have, I just don't want to have people trying to count on me and then me having to bug out last second, because it could happen very easily. So probably would. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. This stuff is really fresh. I'm enjoying these new areas. I enjoy having Omnigul back, so it's a, you know, something old, something new sort of a deal, and it's a good balance. I like the new bow. I did get the bow today, and I like it. It's a solid addition. I think I like it better than last season's bow. Boy, just about bought it there, didn't I? Just about pushed. Got target fixated, just about followed him in, knowing I was going to die. Takes a while to get used to the idea that stuff kills you. You know, you get pretty deep into a season, you max out your power and light, and you forget how easy it is to die when you're at this stage. But a little challenge is not bad. Alright. It's late, it's a work night, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and I promise I'll get in and make, over the next 3 days, at least 2 of them will have videos, if I have anything to say about it, and I will get some PvP this weekend, if not tomorrow. So, don't hold me to that. I can't promise that, but that's what I plan to do. All right. So with all that said, this is Iron Bill wishing you all a good night.